Hello there. Welcome back to Wet Sand. Last we have an elf here. You entered the brig and saw a bound elf. Yeah. Expect me to put up with the status of a live cargo? To inspect. I understand your motives. It would be bad if you throw out something else. I'll have to check you out. Your red-headed friend is already... Whoa. Whoa. Do you like my grippers, my hands, my pulsating phalanges? Hey, yo. What if... Let's continue. Even in this position, I can... yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I should have... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Probably legends about dark elves magic. There was something about dignity, too, on that ship, the dealer's hand. You were a prisoner? You could say that. Were you also someone's, gift? I was a prisoner, but no one hung me up by ropes. I agree. I overdid it. It's redundant. The spectacular movement, you took out a knife from your belt and began to cut the ropes. After a few minutes, you realized that a bread knife is completely unsuitable for this task. Well, finally, you were able to bring the girl down to the ground. On the floor, to the dinosaur. Be patient, we will soon sail to the port, where you will sell me into slavery again, I understand. Really don't want to do this, but we're pirates, you know? How about you tell me about yourself? How'd you end up on the dealer's hand? Why do you want to know? Just wanna get to know you better. Just wanna form a relationship, you know? Just be friends. We're not slavers, you know? You know? It's better to be captured than drowned, as Bill suggested. So, you tell me about your adventures. They captured me. At first, they wanted to use me for the pleasures of their crew, but the captain found out that I understand healing and herbs. He was slowly dying from blood poisoning, and he assigned me to stop it. And he assigned me to him to prepare painkillers for him. Were you forced to do anything else? No. Your captain was afraid that I would add something extra to his potion, so he protected me from all other problems. Done well for yourself, except for the fact that the captain died shortly before your attack, and the rest of the crew already had plans for me. I see. If you're a doctor, couldn't you have extended his life? I did. I was making plans to escape, and I needed him alive for that. But even I cannot cure death. Previous captain of the ship also recently died, by all indications for poisoning. We're investigating his death and looking for the culprit. I wonder what made you think it was poisoning. Passed away just minutes after taking a sip of rum. After his death, he filled the entire floor with something green that poured out of his mouth. It smelled terrible. I had several theories. Also, I found this in his closet. He showed her the bottled pills he took from Brand's captain. Argumentum tritonium is harmless on its own, but it can be deadly when mixed with certain rare oils. Can you tell me which ones? No. Well, screw you. It's a pity. In any case, thanks for the tip. You're about to leave when suddenly she called out to you. Captain, I saw that one of your sailors was seriously injured. I can help. Thought for a moment, and turned to the prisoner. You're aware that the crew wants you dead. Try anything stupid and I won't be able to protect you. Elf nodded knowingly. There's been enough death for today. If you help him, I'll make sure my crew leaves you alone. He opened the cage and, gesturing to get out, led you to Ethan. Boy, just don't give up. You have to live. Captain, what the hecky? Why'd you bring her here? She's a doctor. Step back and let her examine Ethan. Did Bill not make it clear? Has she charmed you already? You know, calm down, brother. Jesus, just chill for a second. I'm the captain, alright? I can do what I want, and I've made the decision to help Ethan. Nerd. We could do it ourselves. Everyone fell silent, and the elf walked over to the bed. She applied pressure in several places around the wound and looked at Ethan's face. Anna Benno watched her actions with displeasure. Maybe you need something? The elf looked around, went to the closet, and took something from the shelf. No, I can handle it. Then we should probably go. If by morning, Ethan... Yes, I will do my best. He nodded and gestured for Anna and Benno to leave. I don't trust her. And you're not the only one. This isn't up for discussion. It's an order. Leave her be. After arguing a little more, they left the cabin and followed them. I'm sure it'll be fine. So many thoughts were spinning in your head, but you were unable to grasp a single one. You felt the amulet in your pocket. Trying to calm down, you ran your fingers over the item and let out a breath. As if by magic, sleep receded into the background, and then the pain from the wound on the back of his head subsided. Rhythmically stroking it. What? Please do not say the words rhythmically stroking it. You accidentally grazed the key next to it. I should probably go out and check that lock. Having gone down to the cabins, you, with slightly trembling hands, removed the lantern from the wall and approached the door. After inserting the key and turning to the right, you heard a characteristic click. So, there's nothing to fear. Bill just scared me so much because... why? Okay, anyway, I've started already. Releasing the lock and sliding the metal plate, you slowly opened the door. You tried not to give in to fear, but your heart was pounding inside like crazy. There's nobody here. Nobody... Is it... What? Okay, well... Fear might have passed out and died forever. Through the cracked window, a strong breeze fell into the study and ruffled a few papers on Edward May's desk. But he paid no mind, he was too angry to care. Dolores ran into the room and looked around, a perplexed look on her face. Father, what's going on? Where's Fabian? At the sight of his daughter, Edward's high shoulders dropped with a sigh. I'm sorry, my dear. I do not even know what to say. Only a true Pintus could disgrace my daughter in such a way. Dolores ran to the window and scanned the street below. What are you talking about? Your dear Fabian was not who he claimed to be. He turned out to be nothing more than a conman and a thief. He gained your trust and mine just to steal from us. He took our family heirloom. Dolores shot a dubious glare towards her father. That cannot be true. Surely there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I know you want to believe otherwise, but it's true. Before he escaped, he confessed to everything. What exactly did he say? Why did you let him go? Well, I invited him here to express my approval and discuss some details. I told you not to interrogate him. What exactly do you mean by details? Dolores, you may be a young woman now, but you're still my little girl. I only wanted to protect you. Just want to know if his intentions with you are pure, but he proved that they were far from it. I turned around for only a moment, and he went and stole from us. I looked over just in time to see the chain slip into his pocket, and when I confronted him, he stated that it was all part of his plan. When I called him the gods, he jumped out the window. Reading, Edward crossed his arms and sighed. But don't worry, the constables will catch him, and he will answer for his crimes soon enough. But it makes no sense. Fabian, how could he do this to me? My dear child, there are snakes like him everywhere, but I will never lead you astray. I've always wanted what's best for you. Tears pricked at Dolores' eyes. She hated showing emotion, especially to her father. She couldn't believe a relationship that was so confident it could break in a matter of seconds. I swear we'll find him. No, I will not allow it. He's dangerous. I've already hired the best mercenaries to find him. There's no need. I'm no longer a little girl, Father. I can do this. If what you say is true, then he's not only stole from us, but he insulted and humiliated me, and I will make him pay for it. But if you are lying to me, my child, how could you doubt me? We're all we have left. We have to trust each other. I mean, I don't know, man. I did take a thing, but, you know, I think I'm alright. I think I'm alright. You felt a sharp pain at the back of your head and open your eyes with a crack with a groan. By touch, you discerned an extinguished lantern lying nearby, but as soon as you took it in your hands, it lit up again. What kind of magic is this? Suddenly, the memories before you had lost consciousness flooded your mind. You quickly gathered yourself and held the lantern higher. I guess we're just holding a deity in our ship. It's just a serpent god. What? What? Yeah, man. I'm totally not. This totally isn't dangerous. I'm sure. I'm sure. Good lord. In the dim light, you barely made out a silhouette. The tall statue that stood in the middle of the room and towered over you imperiously. Depicted a delicate female form with a long tail that remained absolutely motionless. Wow, how beautiful and creepy. I suppose I should take that as a compliment. You abruptly jumped back in bewilderment. Who said that? You walked around the sculpture and noticed that it had no face. It was made from some type of marble, and clearly by a talented artist. After you were certain there was no one else in the room, you relaxed a little. Gods, how hard did I hit my head? I'm hearing voices. Are you sure about that? I can't do, like, different voices. And everyone just sounds the exact same. Like, everyone is just Fabian. They're the exact same. Good lord. What's going on? Maybe we should introduce ourselves. Show yourself. You slowly ran your eyes over the statue's smooth figure and gulped. If there really was no one else in the room, then the only person who could be the owner of the voice was her. Talking a statue, or maybe someone's hiding behind it. Do you really think that a statue can talk? Gods, you really hear my thoughts? Obviously. What the boop? What's the matter? I think it's a rather convenient way to communicate, don't you? Maybe we should get to know each other. You let out a slow breath. Alright, I'm Fabian Brook. And you? No one's told you my name yet. Bill called you Tavenar. Is that a name? Is that a name? Is that an object? Is that like a... I don't know, is that a drug? Are you a drug? You're something that I can take? You know what I'm gonna take? A sippy of water. Gotta stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Tasty Wawa. The voice didn't respond, and he felt a sudden sense of loneliness, as if you had just lost a close friend, despite only making each other's acquaintance a few minutes prior. A chill ran down your spine as the feeling of emptiness continued to grow. The air felt tight and suffocating, as his magical being affected you so much. So, Brand is dead after all. Brand? Yeah, he dead. He dead. Felt small waves of vibration emitting from the statue. Tickled your skin. Then, I assume you're here to make a connection. To be perfectly frank, I'm only here out of curiosity. What do you mean by connection? Do you know that I was made to protect the ship from the monsters of the deep? Something like that, yes. And did you know that I was also created to be Captain's personal aide and system in battles? I did not know that, but it sure sounded helpful. How about your soul? Soul? No, I'm not gonna give you your soul, you silly goose. Why do you think that I'm joking? Gulp. Devinar's voice changed to become much softer. Oh Lord, you love the touch of a woman, do you not? They're gripping me with their 4 grippers. Felt dozens of hands caressing your body underneath your clothes. Hey yo, sensations were so pleasurable, like feel your legs buckle. Well then, shall we make a connection? This can't be real. Am I still unconscious? How can it not be real if you can feel me? You can feel me. Why are you so persistent? Wasn't it for you? Do you really wish to know the truth? Are you gonna answer all my questions with questions? Don't you like it? No. About this. Feeling a warm palms begin to descend into your trousers. I'm talking about questions, bro. I'm talking about questions, but I want to know what I have to give in return. Devinar's hand slowly moved over your legs and ghosted over your crotch. Your breathing quickened and the lantern trembled in your hand. Your eyes, ears, and hands, do you understand? You want to live in my head and see what I see, hear what I hear, and feel what I feel? You are smart, aren't you? Seems that you need a special approach in communication. Got closer to the statue and felt a sharp chill radiate off of the top of you. You're alone, and forming a bond with the captain is the only way to feel. That's why you want my eyes. That's why you want to create a connection with me. Who would have thought that such a smart boy would become Brand's successor? I haven't been a boy in years, but was there something wrong with Brand's mind? Would you enjoy constantly feeling angry and weak, or becoming a slave to ignorance and listen to the thoughts of misery every day? Fair enough. Am I about to... Whoa. I thought I was about to be possessed. You're gripping my thing. Yeah. I almost succumbed to the sensations. Wait, I need to think about this. Why? What's stopping you? It's quickened its pace to a faster rhythm. So, how about we make that connection? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Are you certain this is what you want, Captain Fabian? Yeah, I guess. Are you ready? Are you ready for the power? Like lightning had pierced your body and zapped all the energy from your limbs. You almost passed out and felt your body go numb. Well, when you opened your eyes, you were still in the same room. Trying to gather what your thoughts, you looked at the statue in surprise. Is that all? What about the connection? Oh, Captain, didn't you understand that was the connection? Sorry, didn't you understand that was the connection? And now we are one? But because it's time to get back to business, my captain. Your mention went out as unnaturally as it came on. We didn't feel any different. We decided to return to the issue at a later time. No longer hearing anything else from Tovinar. He left the room and concluded that it was worth returning to the cabin. Cool, I just got possessed. That's great. It's now daytime. Voices were heard coming from the doctor's quarters. Ethan was sitting on the bed with a smile on his face. He was discussing something with the elf. The girl sat on a chair and sorted through some notes on her desk. Captain, Ethan, I'm so glad to see you back on your feet. How do you feel? Wonderful. I feel a lot better thanks to you and our guest. This potion she gave me cured all my wounds. It's magic. The elf remained silent and stared at you blankly. Seems she wanted your opinion. However, you couldn't say anything intelligible, even if you wanted to. You were too distracted by your body. Yeah. Here's what she noticed as well. I guess you are satisfied? Thanks for saving Ethan. You nodded nervously and hurried back to your cabin. The excitement caused by Thinavar became more and more difficult to endure. Well, do you feel it? Get out. There was a knock on the door and you jumped at the sound. Carefully you open it to reveal the elf. Captain, I was hoping I could speak with you in private. I see you're no longer trying to escape. My attempt to escape was simply a lapse of judgment. Even if I could steal a boat and sail away, I would not be able to make it to land. Oh, you look much better when not in a cage, you know what I'm saying? It's clear you care for them. They're lucky to have you. Flattery was clearly deliberate. Still sounded nice to hear. You felt the need to show her your caring side even more. Well, listen, if something bothers you, just let me know. Protecting your prize? Oh, how honorable. No, nothing like that. I never consider you as such. You're a person. I mean, I guess, well, you're an elf, but, you know, you humans are not usually so kind. You are different. You know, on a pirate ship, people will often get injured. Not to mention food poisoning, disease, accidents, rickets, and scurvy, to name a few. Where are you going with this? You need a doctor, and I am currently unemployed. I believe we can mutually benefit each other. Picture Bill and Anna's reaction if you agreed with their idea and felt yourself get apprehensive. I'll think about it. By the way, we haven't properly introduced ourselves. Oh, really? Yes, I never got your name. Strange. I don't usually forget things like that. So, will you give me your name then? Of course. Suddenly, without warning, the door burst open and Anna appeared on the threshold. What are you doing here? Already trying to seduce our captain? Elf raised her brows, smiled caustically, and left the cabin with a polite bow. Anna folded her arms across her chest and turned to you. Are you an idiot? No, seriously. How can you be so obtuse? How can you be such an obtuse angle, dude? You mechanically took a step back. What? Step back from her slew of insults. I don't know what she's told you, but she simply cannot be trusted. She didn't tell me anything. Look, she helped save Ethan. She has good intentions. She's manipulating you. She's not even trying to hide it. You should have seen her face when she left. You didn't make a deal with her, did you? Oh. Oh Lord, she's about to be angry. Oh Lord. Gods. You're just like Bill. You have nothing to say, you call in the code. Code, maybe, Captain. It only makes sense for me to adhere to it. Why don't you agree? What does the code say about liars? Anna pointedly took out a scroll from her belt and waved it in front of your face. What are you talking about? When I was tying her up, I found this on her. She tried to fight me for it back, but the knot stopped that little butthole. Bewildered, you held your hands out to inspect the scroll, but Anna took a step back. No, she's charmed you. You can't be trusted with this. Anna, stop spouting nonsense. Girl raised her eyebrows in surprise. No one charms anyone. We just need a doctor on the ship, that's all. Give it to me. Whatever you say, Captain. Well, I'll just throw it on the floor, you wiener. On the map, an illustration of a cave was covered with a black cross and the inscription, "In the cave if you go the right way." Remnants of your moment with Tovanar resurfaced, and you felt arousal and excitement swell together. Yeah, boy. You were thoroughly intrigued by the map. Uncharacteristically, you couldn't get the idea of finding its treasure out of your head. Almost as if someone else took over your mind. Riches must be there. We have to get there immediately. You referenced the map to the globe nearby and realized it's not far from where you currently are. You need to tell Lauren at once. While I'm at it, I should probably introduce that elf as our new doctor to the crew. Carry the map around with you. You could ruin or lose it. Without looking, you put it between the books. Alright, and we are off. We're doing our thing. Doing our thing. Alright, well, we got some gold. Alright, let's head out into the beautiful sun. Look at this nice little ocean that we're on. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Anything in the oop deck? You know what I'm saying? Anything on the oop deck? There you are. Hello to you too. What do you want? About us. To be perfectly frank, that's the dumbest idea I've heard in my life. I'm not looking to argue, but it's important to me to know that I have your support. Well, let's see. Oh, I know. Kick her off the ship immediately. Early in the middle of the ocean. Not my problem. Be fun to see her struggle. But hey, knowing her, she'll probably just conjure up some gills and a tail, right? Well, your mom. What do you think awaits us there? I have no idea what you're talking about. The map. Are you really gonna take us there? Of course. It's gonna be our golden ticket. So much enthusiasm. Well, for your sake, I hope you find something. Good lord, you're such a wiener. Why are you being such a wiener about things? Hey, how's it going? Ahoy, heard you saved my sis. Oh yes, it was spur of the moment. In combat, you have to act on instinct. There's no time to think. Good to know you have good instincts. I could have brought her for you, but well, I mean, well, maybe she is a witch, but you know what? Whatever. You saw everything. Now let's see. So first I put a bullet in the butt, right between the eyes. Then I had a little fencing match. You know what I'm saying? Well. I wish I had the same skill. I wish I was good enough. So you have a map, or at least you're doing something benefiting the captain. Done plenty of stuff. Whatever. Where's your map lead to? Some island east of the mainland. That's where we're about to go. How certain are you about this? We got the map from the dealer's hands, bandits. Now we know where they hide their wealth. But what if there isn't? But what if there isn't loot? If they just found a map? I guess. Would that make a difference? Certainly, everywhere you go, you'll find dozens of crooks who sell fake treasure maps. I wouldn't be surprised if those idiots were conned. Even if it's true, it's unwise to sail there on a leaky ship and without scouting the information. Well, you know what? You're a fard. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You're a fard. How do you like new captain? Do you mean new crapton? Dang, that's funny. Hello, is anybody home? Hello? Is anyone home? No. Okay. Going to the Orlup deck. You know what I'm saying? The Orlup deck. Good to see you back on your feet. What are you up to now? Just cleaning the ship, sir. Just don't overdo it, you know what I'm saying? I won't, Captain, I promise. Sir, this is great. She doesn't scare you like the others. She may seem a tad cold, but I never felt unsafe around her. So she's also in a difficult situation. I think she just wants to keep herself safe more than anything. I see. At least someone agrees with me. Treasure. Maybe I'll finally be able to buy those things I've always wanted. Last time we got paid, I bought these boots, but they've already worn out, so now I'll be able to buy some new clothes, maybe even a hat. Well, yes, very, very, very nice. Just trying to get through some, you know, all the dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Since she is nowhere to be found on the ship, she must be in her quarters. The poor girl must not be well. If she was asleep and I wake her up with my knocking, it would be very unpleasant. I'd rather take a peek inside and go straight away. Well, pulled gently on the door handle. The door gave way easily and swung open silently. Oh Lord, there she is. Miss Brown was standing in front of the mirror with practically no clothes on. Tyre was on a chair nearby. She appeared to be admiring herself and didn't notice her presence right away. Ears burned with embarrassment. Well, it's not exactly the safest idea. Her eyes widened in surprise and rushed across her arm over her wrist. Well, not exactly our best. She appears to be fine. She's good. She's alright. Is this door always open? Alright, set up to the gun deck, you know what I'm saying? Deck with guns. Captain, how are you? Sleep until lunch again? Sorta. You know, I did great. I did great. I remember the first time I went treasure hunting. Are you kidding? We only found 3 coins at the bottom of the chest and a bag of bones. It's foolish to hope for anything better. Faith is a very delicate thing. I believe in a lot, but luck is always a windy butt. Well, you know, just have faith. And here I was, starting to believe you're becoming a proper captain. I can't spend my life making only decisions you want me to make. You know, that's fair. That is a fair thing to say, Fabian. Good for you. Good captain has to think with his head. Well, fair enough, but what was your reasoning behind that decision? The code. You know what? Screw the code. My personal judgment. We need to keep her distracted until we get her to the next port. Then we could possibly sell her off and get a fortune out of her. Well, that's not exactly the thought that I had when I chose that choice. I thought he was just gonna say like, hey, I think she would be a great asset to the team, not, hey, let's sell her off into slavery. Well, what's done is done. Something. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know what I'm saying? Never had any contact with none of ours in person. I've only heard stories. Is she always gonna be in my head now? Well. Well, I guess that's fair. So I don't mean to be skipping, I just don't want to read a whole bunch. I don't want to take too much time. I see you're settled in. Fixed her piercing witch eyes on you for a long moment to begin to speak. Almost a decent infirmary. No worse than what I had on dealer's hands. Particularly give the crew a medical check. I'm certain you'll be able to find a wound or two. Tempting, but for now I'm busy tidying up this mess. Do you need something? Yes, that window lock needs to be repaired. It is very windy at night. I had to wrap your cabin in several blankets to keep the chill away. No worries, it's easy for you to do. However, you managed to trip over the blankets and in one fell swoop plummeted to the ground. Well, not exactly the smartest thing that I've done. Kind of. Immediately moved over to the soft sheets and waited. The elf was concocting your potion. You started to feel restless. You didn't give me your name. So what is your name? Can you give me your name? Hey, what about your name? Put these in your mouth and then inhale the vapors. Won't kill me, right? We'll see. I mean, I really don't. I think I'm fine. Like, I don't think I need a potion, right? Oh Lord, here we go. Oh, here we go. Mind slipped into some kind of trance. All the fears, worries, and pains left your mind. Oh Lord. Here we go. Saw entire kingdoms blossom and then reduced to dust. Continents born from magma sank to oceans. New stars came and went. You could sense everything happening in the universe. Nothing escaped your gaze. You learned all the answers and discovered all the mysteries. Your soul united with the universe and became. Feels so good. And in another moment, just as fast, the smells, feelings, and sights evaporated. You returned to reality. Oh Lord, there she is. The rags she were lifted up, you could see her bare thighs. Boy. Yeah, boy. I lost track of time. It looks like she had two. View outside her window is noticeably much darker. Well, you know how it is. Being an elf, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Gah. I'm trying to attract her attention. Girl jerked back sharply, tugged at the window sash, and just as you did a few minutes ago, lost her balance and fell over. Oh no, bro. Yeah. I can't read. You realized that you were still holding onto her legs. Just as you were about to let go, there was a knock on the door. Ahoy, white hair. Went into door open to reveal Lauren. Wow, you've already started? Without me? Relaxed her arms and the dark elf stepped down from the bed as if nothing happened. Can I help you? She hesitated and he realized this conversation was not meant for the public to hear, you included. Just wanted to say thanks for saving Ethan, that's all. Lauren smiled slyly and with a wink at you, she closed the door on the other side. By the way, do not forget your hat. You dropped it when you fell. But the treasure map, what do you want to know? Where did it come from and why do you want it? Elf squinted her eyes. I think the where should be obvious. I borrowed it from the captain of the ship. As for the why, it was to improve my financial situation after I escaped. Well, yes. I'd like you to give each other a chance, but you know. Marvelous, excellent. Okay, bye. Alright, what do I got going on here? Find out what brand mixed the pills with. Show Lauren the map. Complete the quest, new doctor. I gotta tell Olivia, Lauren, and Benno. Wherever Benno is. Hey, Captain. Seems like Ethan pulled through. You can imagine how worried I was. Yeah, I was worried too. How'd you handle it? I guess you already know. Interesting. Why'd you choose that? She saved Ethan's life. Who knows if something like this is gonna happen again. I need a doctor. At the very least, she's staying with us until I can find someone else to the next port. Call me crazy if you like, but from what I've heard about these elves, there's nothing kind or merciful there. I don't really have much of a choice. I just want to know if you have your support. Aye, aye, Captain. I guess. Thanks, dog. I appreciate it. Where the heck is Benno? Bino? Where's Bino? Where he be? Oh, where he be? Hello. Miss Brown, I want to apologize for what happened. I should have knocked. It's fine, Mr. Brooke. I'll get over it. I hope you enjoyed the show at least. Blame it on poor eyesight. I feel like no matter what choice I make, I'm not doing good. You know what I'm saying? If I blame it on poor eyesight, if I say it was a pleasure, she might think it's a little bit creepy. If I blame it on poor eyesight, she might think I'm ignoring her. Women are complicated, am I right? Anyway. Oh, you flattered me. Well, stay in the medical quarters. Very nice, very nice, very nice. We're about to be rich, brother. My relationship with everyone is going down hills. Hooray for me. I can't even invite anyone to dinner. I can't even... Yeah. The only one that I can somewhat invite to dinner is Olivia, but I'm 1 point off in doing so. So, that's lovely. I'm doing great. I'm making a great name for myself. Nobody here likes me. But you know, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Who needs to be liked? Who needs to be appreciated? Who needs to, you know, who needs it? Who needs it? You know what I'm saying? Where is the boy? Where is Benno? Oh, there he is. Ahoy. Ahoy, Captain. How are you doing? Just fine. I never got to chase your chimkin. Fix this as soon as possible before anything else happens. Alright, well, I guess they're gonna make me some food. Isn't it boring being cooped up here all the time? Hey, and besides, Miss Brown has been coming to visit recently. We've been having fun together. Well, all sorts of things. She mentioned something about trying a cream pie, although I'm not entirely sure what she meant by that. Not too familiar with desserts, so I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? Alright, well, just give me your chimkin. So the chimkin reached your ears and you walked up to see what exactly Benno was doing. Looks great. Did you come up with the recipe yourself? Actually, my mother taught me. She's a much better cook than I. About half an hour later, Benno was finished. He carefully took out the chicken and served it on a large plate with some herbs and radishes for garnish. Mmm. So tasty. So tasty. Mmm. Mmm. Anyway. It's very nice, very tasty, very delicious. It's raw. So special salt where I was born. Interesting. Those famous chicken held up to its praise. He placed her fork and knife on the clean dish and then bowed her head towards the satisfied cook. That was amazing. You have my deepest regards. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Very nice. Very nice. Alright then. Alright, I still don't, but you saved Ethan's life, then you're the captain. Very well. Very well. Very well. Well, so I guess we just gotta show Lauren the mappy. Hey, yo, Lauren, treasure mappy. Just follow it immediately. This could lead us to something big. Just think twice before shouting things in public. I guess that's fair. Folks here are just in it for money. Meantime, it's that sale. Well, can't possibly be that bad. Oh, well then you can check the ship for leaks then. Make sure to patch him up. At the very least, temporarily patch him. Bill will show you. He's good at that sort of thing. Alright, so I guess we gotta patch up this ship now. Ask Bill about how to repair hull breaches, restore the integrity of the hold, brig, oil up. Man, this whole place is coming a fart. Coming a fart? I literally just said coming a fart. This whole place is coming a fart. A couple of holes in the ship's hull that need to be patched before you go under. Warren said he might be able to help. Since you're a novice sailor, see if you can find the damage and I'll explain what to do. Lad, these are basic skills any sailor should know. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Different breaches require different approaches. Okay, okay. Round breach, narrow breach, wide breach, gaping breach, deep breach, shrapnel breach. Alright. Cool, cool. Okay. Narrow breach, wide breach. Oh lord, it's like Minecraft. Is there a breach in here? Round breach, deep breach, wide breach. I don't remember which. Oh lord, how do I head back from this? How do I get out of this? Okay, so I just have to memorize basically each one. Beach, narrow, wide, wood, narrow, wood, narrow, oil, narrow, oil. Dang, it's crazy. You know what's crazy is the fact that I have a camera and I'm just gonna, wow, look at that. Anyway, let's see. Alright, round breach. This is all gonna be wood. I don't mean to kind of cheat here. I want to get a move on. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Why? Gaping breach. A big gaping breach. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dude? Excellent. Oh, I guess there's a breach in here. Fix. Round breach. It's all wood. There we go. Deep breach. Wood. Wood. Oil. Nail. Oil. Wide breach. Wood. Nail. Wood. Oil. Wood. Oil. There we go. Man, we're so good at our jobs. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop. Wide breach. There we go. Gaping breach. Yeah, nice gaping breach, you know what I'm saying? There we go. There we heckin' go. Alright, is that all? Tell Lauren that the leaks are plugged. Very nice. Oh, really? You must be tired, huh? Yeah, it took a lot of work, but I hope this means we can set sail now. Let's heckin' go. Alright, let's go. Let us set sail. Let's see, it looks like all things are done, we can set sail. Remember, so much has happened recently, they could practically write a whole book about the past few weeks alone. New acquaintances, the first battle, the incredible opportunity to change your life. You're drifting into deep slumber when a large crash from outside stopped you. What the hecky? Looked out the window to see a large storm brewing. The ship was teetering from side to side. The storm roared, resembling the sound of wailing from hundreds of voices. Sometimes it calmed down, but it always come back with a vengeance. Well, storm feels different at sea than it does on land, that's for sure, you know what I'm saying? Well, this is a nice little action, but I'm gonna have to wait for another day. I feel like we've made some progress, you know what I'm saying? But next time we will see if we can survive the storm. We'll see. To have faith, I suppose. I wouldn't, but you know, have faith. Have faith. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.